Before I start painting, I'm going to use my kneading eraser, roll it up like a rolling pin, and roll it over my drawing to get rid of any extra graphite.
So there's an extra piece over his head, which I think is the wing.
Oh, it's the other wing. Yes, it is. If you want to draw the other wing, you can draw it over the head, or I happen to have room right over here, so I might just add the other wing right there. Whichever you like better. I know I say that a lot. It's like, I come to class so I don't have to think. I know, but I don't want to lock you guys into, oh, I gotta copy Betsy. I gotta copy Betsy.
Finally got through. Yay!
All right.
There she is.
I'm on my phone though. I don't know what's going on here. I've tried 6 different ways. So
well, sometimes I just have to uninstall Zoom and install it again, or who knows what's going on.
been the website at Jagged Lines and it wasn't digging it, as you say.
Wasn't digging it? All right. Well, we'll look at that, because that is not good if other people are trying to get in through the website and it's not happening.
That's how I always come in.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Yeah.
Here. And Mikey's here. So
Yeah.
I don't know what.
And Callista's here. So.
And Callista's here.
Can I see Callista? I don't see Callista's on here, but that's okay.
You have that tiny little screen. That's why.
Yeah, you do have a tiny iPhone screen.
Well, I'm better than no screen, which has been the last 25 minutes. That doesn't work. How about this way? Now, Betsy, I was looking, when you showed us what we were going to do, it looked like you did the watercolor first last week. Did you do that? Did you do the watercolor first and then the sketch, or I just didn't see the sketch?
You just didn't see the sketch. Like today, I forgot to film the sketch portion. Yeah, we always do sketch first and then color it. And today,
it was last week. It was last week you were showing us a preview, and it looked like all I could see was the watercolor.
Yeah, this one. It was this one where I just erased the lines so you couldn't really tell there was pencil lines there. I was drawing over it again today. There we go. It was like that though.
Okay.
Of course, you can ink it and outline it if you prefer. As I was just saying,
I just thought you had a different technique going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have a white crayon and you want to try out this thing here, you might have done it with Easter eggs before. If you've ever taken a white crayon to an Easter egg and then dyed it, it's the same kind of process. We're trying to stop the paint from getting to the paper by putting a layer of wax in between. The only problem is white on white paper, it's very difficult to see. We're going to go up close and see if this is caught on camera. Might not be. But I'm going to try. Oh, I don't think so. Let's see if I tilt it. Will it shine?
Yes.
Barely.
A little.
Oh my goodness.
It did as you passed by it. I could see a little oval there.
No, maybe not. So I'm going to, with my crayon, even if you cannot see it, I'm having trouble seeing it myself, make a little pattern here. I'll show you with pencil what I'm doing just so we can see. I'm going to color
for those of us who don't have crayon.
Yeah, for those of you who don't have crayon, you'll probably just lightly do it in pencil. But I'm coloring in just a couple of little ovals in a flower pattern. If you'd rather do triangles or circles or anything else, of course, is fine.
So then you don't want to erase anymore after that because you just sort of drag the wax around.
Yeah, I don't want to erase after it. If you're using watercolor pencils, you would touch the tip of your brush to your pencil to get the pigment on it first. I'm going to go ahead and use my little set of regular watercolors again.
I'm going to go mute.
What's that?
I'm going to mute.
Okay.
That's your puppy, eh?
And you can see when I start putting my watercolor down, the wax stops it from getting to the paper and the design is revealed. So that's fun to play around with. Going right to the edge of my pencil line. Just adding a little bit more pigment. You can even get a different color if you wanted and tap in some different colors. Maybe this cup has been glazed with multiple colors. And your little design won't get painted over. I'm going to pause right there so you can have some fun with that, and then I'll zoom back out in case anybody's working on their dragon still. It looks like you grew
So
up in mine.
If you use watercolor pencil, then you don't really need the crayon, do you?
If you color the paper itself, you don't. But I will.
But if you just, yeah, you were saying to get some paint on the tip of your brush.
Here. Yeah, so I drew some things with white crayon over there, and I can do the same thing. I'm just going to get some pigment on my brush from my pencil, and then when I paint over it, was it here? Oh yeah, there it is. I need more pigment. Doesn't work as well, but you can kind of see where I scribbled right there with my crayon. Yeah. Probably comes out clearer with the colored pencil if you just avoid the area. I like to show techniques that you can use and play around with on your own time. And if everybody's using colored pencils and you'd rather have me use the watercolor pencils, by all means, let me know. I will change over. While that's drying, I'm just going to add my tea color. Mine's actually very similar to the teacup color. Go right to the edge of that pencil line.
So is there a reason that you didn't do the rest of it, the whole outside of the cup?
I was just letting it dry so that these white lines would stay nice and crisp.
Ah.
One time I did it and they bled like down here. It almost disappeared because my paint went too close. But now you can go ahead and do the whole cup if you like. I'm going to jump over and do the wings, the interior part of the wings, just because it's nice and far away from anything that's wet. I think I'm going to change the color of my dragon this time, though I usually do. Let's do a blue dragon. I'm going to put on a little background music. Let me know if it's too loud for anybody. And then while my dragon is drying, I will go back to my cup. Whoop, YouTube has commercials. I'm going to leave that white stripe in between the two.
Thanks for letting me in again, Betsy. Every time I get a call, it kicks me out.
Oh, no problem. I have a hard time reaching this part, so I'm going to turn my paper. Try not to touch any of the wet paint. I'm trying to go right up to the edge of my T so that there's no white line in between. Gotta dodge these dragon fingers carefully. When I paint the handle of the teacup, you can see that it's got more paint, darker color on the inside. And then on the top, it's a little bit lighter color. If you're using pencils, that's just a matter of how hard you press. If you're using regular watercolors, that's the amount of water you're adding. And I'm only going to paint one section at a time so that it doesn't just all run into each other and become the same color. Let that dry. I think my tea is about dry, so I can go ahead and color in the tongue. I'm going to let that tail dry before I paint the rest of the body so that you can tell the body is in front of the tail. It doesn't just all blend in together. I think my handle's dry, so I'm going to go ahead and get lots of water, just a little bit of color, and fill in the top. I'm going to make it come all the way down and touch the rim of my teacup. I don't want a line in the middle. Oops, I forgot to draw the tummy scales. I'm going to add those in real quick. Right from the elbow to the leg. I have about 30 minutes left, just so you know. When I paint in these tummy scales, I'm going to go right to the edge of that cup. No white space in between. Oops, I was a little impatient and didn't wait for that stomach area to dry all the way, so you can see it bleeding in a little bit.
It looks nice.
Yeah, so you just have
Like
to go,
it.
well, all right, that's what it did then. About 20 minutes left.
Wait, how much time do we have left?
We have about 20 minutes left. No, a little less than 20 minutes, like 18.
Yeah, I had to leave for a little bit, so I'm like trying to just desperately catch up.
Join the club.
Join the club.
Oops. After your dragon's head is dry, you can use an ink pen, hopefully waterproof, to just blacken in the eyes if you want to. Or you can outline the whole thing, that's up to you. I might put in nostrils here. Or if you're done early, put in a tablecloth.